Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So tonight, Saturday night, thought I'd go ahead and go check out some of the profitability, or should I say the losses, over some of the other projects I'm involved in, and some of the winners. I do have one that's definitely a winner, and one that's sort of a winner, and then I have three others that are, circling the bowl. And then, of course, we'll look at my helium miner and see how disappointed we could be with that also. So won't you join me tonight? And let's check this out. So let's just go ahead and hop over here. First thing we're going to look at is going to be the crops farmer. Yes. I don't know if anybody got involved on this one. I did, just for the fun of it. And let's go ahead and connect up. So just for fun, what I did was I went ahead and I pulled a video from before to see what the contract has in it still. So it is 18.37 now. When I started this one, it was, that was 470. Now this was July 18th and we are October 22nd. So July, August, September. So about 4 months ago, I got involved in this, and it had 470 in it. Now it has 18. So yeah, and not to mention that the chances to ROI on this are just insane. So I'm at a point now where I can claim my cart is full. So let's go ahead and sell my crops. So right now I have 0.0034 that I can claim. As you can see here, my initial deposit. Now my total deposit, this is every time that I compound, because you have to hire more farmers. You have to do that 10 times, as you can see right here. And then once you hit your 10th time, and you do that every 12 hours, you can hire more farmers. And so the idea is that every 12 hours you do it, and then you do it 12 hours later. And so you can do it twice a day. That's if you're on the money. I mean, I usually, what I was doing is I was doing it in the morning before I went to work. I'd get up, shower, change, whatever. I'd come in here and I'd go ahead and hire more farmers. And I'd do that around, I don't know, 6 in the morning, 6:30. Then I would come back at night. I'd get home from work. I'd come up here and I'd do it again. The problem is that if I didn't get to it immediately, say when I got home, and it was more like 7 p.m. When I finally got to it, that means I can't do it for 12 hours till 7 a.m. And by then, I'm pretty much out the door for work. So that's the real gimmick with this, is that unless you have nothing to do but, be ready to click it, it's virtually impossible to keep that to hiring more farmers 2 times a day. And it usually winds up spacing out. So if I say did it at like 7:30 at night one night, then that means I wouldn't do it that next morning. So when I got home from work, I would do it again. So I basically missed one of them. And that's really, like I said, kind of their gimmick with this, was that you really never can get it perfect. So the idea is if you have to do it 10 total times, it would take you 5 days. But realistically, that's not right. That 5 days usually turns into like 7 days, or at least 6.5 days, because I could really not keep up with it just perfectly. So anyway, that's really how that all worked out. And then once you hit your 10 times, then you can let it go for 48 hours and then sell off. So I let it go for the 48 hours. So this is what I get per day. And then for the 48 hours, that's what I got. So we can go ahead and sell that. So let's just go ahead and see what we are going to get for doing that, and what we are going to be retiring on. Get ready. So 92 cents a week. We bought in for 0.46 originally. So I know the prices today are not the same as they were when I got into this. Let's say that was about 4 months ago. Like I said, what was that? The exact date on that? That was on the 18th. So if we go back on August 18th, it was at almost $300. And all right, so 298. So yeah, so it's down about $30. But I think it was about 100, or maybe it was $110, something like that. I think it was just about $100. Maybe it was 105. It was right around that number that I bought in for. Was for each of these was about $100. So I'm into it for about $100. And if we take a look at that, let's go ahead and sell that so we can claim our 92 cents. And then, of course, there is a little bit of gas fee, 0.001. So really we're getting 0.0024 is really what we're really getting. So there's actually what we're getting, 65 cents. That's what we'll actually get. So let's go ahead and get our 65 cents. and yeah, so I was into it for about $100. And after this goes through, my total withdrawn, let's see, is here. So, 0.34. So about 25, let's say about 25%, about 25%, give or take. So we've ROI, return on our investment was 25% so far. It's taken 4 months to get to that point. So that'll be 16 months. So yeah, that'll be about a year and 4 months. So probably when, and that's also with all the nonsense of me not always hitting it. So about a year and 4 months to actually break even. And granted, that's if there's any money left in here, because in 4 months, yeah, it's gone down quite a bit. So, all right, so that's one we're circling the bowl with. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to the crop farmer for Phantom. Let's connect up with that one. We're gonna have to change over to Phantom here. So let's go ahead and get that one up. And let's see. So the contract balance was 1462, and that one back here was at almost 33,000. So it's down, considerable from that. And that was done around the same time. I got into both of those, I think, right at the same time. Yeah, so that was that. Let's take a look at where we are at. So 290 Phantom is what we started off with. And again, that would have been about 4 months ago. So let's go down to Phantom. And flaked out there, 290. So that's today's prices. Now Phantom has come down quite a bit. So let's go out 6 months. And let me take care of this real quick. All right, so let's see. Actually, I think I said August, but it was really in July. So it was right around here at 24 cents, and it's at 20 cents now. So again, that was basically, I think I did that one for about $100 also. So it was right around there. That one actually, I think I was a little bit more. I think it was maybe 110 or 115 at the time. So, but 290 again with the compounding and really you're hiring more farmers. That's how much total has gotten put into it because of that. So that's really what it's saying. I've deposited by doing this, and I've withdrawn 69.29. So let's go ahead and sell that one off. And we're getting 0.98, so almost one Phantom per day. So we got 1.97 for 2 days. And then it's costing us 0.0003. So let's see, 0.0003. So it's really costing us virtually nothing to do this transaction. Is that right? 0.0003. Yeah, so the transaction is virtually nothing. So let's just go ahead and confirm that. And we'll let that one run through, and then we'll see what my total whopping withdrawn has been. And yeah, let's see that. So obviously it's going to be about 71-ish, or almost 72, or 72 and change. Go ahead. Phantom. All right. So the profitability on that one. So really, if it's, let's just say 0.7 for argument's sake, it's about 25% also that I've gotten return on this one as of now. And from what did I say it was 30 something thousand, 30, almost 33,000 before. And now it's down to 1,400. So will I make that one in the next, in another year before, whatever I said it was going to be a year and 4 months. I don't know if that's counting the 4 months that I've already, whatever, still at least another year before you actually earn your money back on this. And that's, I doubt there'll be any money left in there at the time. So this one is obviously a complete bust. Really, it's at this point just doing this. It's the principle of doing it. Now, the fees on Phantom to do this are so small that it really doesn't matter. But when I'm doing this on the Binance, every time that I rehire farmers, I am paying a gas fee. So I got to tell you, probably between all the times that you're doing it, it's probably costing more money in gas fees in the long run, or maybe you're just completely breaking even on it. And I guess it's really just the principle, the point of just taking the money out of this and not just letting it sit for somebody else to scoop up. Whatever. It's a waste of time. Bottom line. Here's another one that's a complete train wreck. Is Spooky Miner. So Spooky Miner started off with their contract with 18,000, almost 18,500, and right now it has 1,300. So yeah, obviously down, more than 90% of its contract amount. And this one's funny. I took a screenshot of this just a couple days ago because I am. Let's see. Is it on this one? I don't know if it's on this one. Yeah. Is it Spooky Miner? Yeah. So I need 0.99 to actually ROI on this project. To actually break even, I need one Phantom to break even and actually get my money back out of this. So this one I'm actually going, well, here's the funny part. You ready for this? So here is what I have right now. Now, I figure, okay, well, if I just let it keep going every day in a matter of, I figured it was going to take almost a whole month in order to get one Phantom, because it slowly would become less and less. In the beginning, I was getting, I don't know, let's just say, one Phantom a day. I wasn't getting that, but let's just say I was getting a Phantom a day. And then after 2 weeks, I was getting 0.9 and then 0.8, 0.7. And it's gotten to a point where it's so low that it's taking me so long to get the Phantom that it just seems like it would take about a month. But I took a screenshot of this about 4 days ago, and I'm going to show it to you. So right now, our rewards that we're earning, because we've got all these skeletons working out there in the fields, toiling and earning us money. We've got 0.083. Now this is it. This is amazing. Let's take a look. So this is about 4 days ago or so. So about 4 days ago, we had 0.116. Okay. So we had 116. And we have 0.083. So we've actually lost, 25% of what we had 4 or 5 days ago. So we're actually going backwards now. Now I don't know how that even works. How I can have earned these rewards, but now I'm losing those rewards. So 0.0. So let's go ahead and sell that and get our 0.083, and let's see what the gas fee on this is going to be. 0.052. So we'll get 0.031. And if we take a look at that, 0.031, we will get basically a half a penny for doing it. So we'll get a half a cent for doing this right now. We're rolling in it now, boys. Back up. Oh yeah, I could click the speed up and really put myself in the grave there. So this will go down to 0. Now here's going to be the real funny part. If this actually goes negative and they're like, they come knocking on the door and they're like, hey, Spooky Miner here, you owe us money. Because I don't know how I could have gone from that number and actually gone backwards in reward. I mean, once you earn them, don't you earn them and they're yours? So, yeah. We'll just, now I put in here 45. This has been going on for, what was my Spooky Miner video? That was on the 9th. And, yeah, you can see down here I was getting 15 Phantom when I was collecting. Look at that. It was getting some decent Phantom when I let it, just roll for a couple days. I would get quite a little bit of a payout. But yeah, it's just been getting worse and worse. Maybe my skeletons are dying off. How many to start with? 1.9 million, and yeah, 1. I've actually, right? Yeah, so I've actually gone up, and I haven't done any more. Maybe I did buy a little bit more to get to that 2 million point, earlier, and I was like, just to round it up. And I did that one time just to get to that 2 million. Like I said, I bought into this for like $100, and then I think I put another like $5 worth in it, or $10 worth more into it. So that's why I said it was around 100, 110 in that range. The B&B Crop Farmer one was about 100 to 105 ish. But this one, yeah, I'm actually losing money on this one technically. So, your return of 8% is definitely not happening. So there you go. Not doing too good. Let's go ahead and switch over to Avalanche. Now this one's been a little bit of a fun one, only because Pirate Nodes is because I got this one for free. When I minted a ship, when this first came out, I minted a chest, and I got a Poseidon. If you haven't seen that video, you can check that one out. I did that on live, and I minted it, and I got a Poseidon. So the cool thing with the Poseidon check is that chest, when you got it, when the project launched on launch day, you would get one of these ships depending on which chest you had, or you get a couple of these ships depending on which chest you got. The Poseidon would get 1 galleon. I think you got 2 Brigadine, maybe 3 of these, and maybe 4 of these, or something like that. So you could, then you would get rewards, as you can see right here, depending. And then if you applied the NFT, the chest to it, you would then get a bonus, and so on and so forth. So ultimately, I minted the galleon. Excuse me, I minted the Poseidon, then got the galleon because of it, and I sold it. And when I sold it, I forget, if you watch that video, when I did my update on it, I forget exactly what I did. I don't want to misquote the number, but it was something like, let's just use round numbers. So I minted it, and it cost me, I don't know what it did. I don't know, $50. I sold it for, $100, something like that, or $75. It was more than that, but or maybe it was, I forget. But I made money on it. So I took the money of the profit, and I bought other chests with that money, and I was able to get 3 other chests, and I got the Brigadine, and actually I think I got some sloops, and I upgraded them to Brigadines. I forget exactly how I did it, but ultimately I got 3 Brigadine, and I was still up like $1. I still was profit by $1, and the project was just launching, and I was already ahead by $1. So I already ROI'd technically. So I don't know if you can see it all here because my big face is in the picture. But let's just get rid of me here. There you go. So you can see that I have the 3 chests, the NFTs applied to the ships, so they give you a bonus. And this one, I've been getting rewards. Now, the crazy thing is that they have never enabled their fees yet. I know they were going to do it once their game launched, and then there was a delay on the game, so it took a little while. I've got this nail that's like sticking out, like this little thing. Damn you. And until they got the game going, Sheldon, the guy who founded this, was like, you know what? I don't think it's fair that y'all should be paying all these fees because the game, when it's released, will get revenue, and then when everybody's playing and using it, and we actually have that utility, now we can go ahead and start charging. Well, they never did. They never enabled the fees. Every month it says the next month. This one's on the 19th now. It did say October, and before that it was September, and it just never turned on. So we've never had to pay any fees. So we've just been claiming rewards. Now for this one, the price has definitely dropped. Let's take a look. This is lifetime here. And as you can see, it started off pretty good, and it's just slowly gone down. So it was at a reasonable amount just a couple months ago. $2. Now it's down to 21, almost 22 cents. So it is low at around 22 cents. So even if I did this, I would be getting, let's say I have 10, so 22 cents. So I'd get $2.20. So around $2 probably right now, if I were to claim this. So is it worth claiming and taking the money out of the project? To be honest, at this point, I'm just sort of letting it go. I was claiming it and then swapping it, but between claiming it and paying a fee and then swapping it for whatever else, AVAX or whatever else I wanted to do, and then that fee basically was almost pointless because of how low it was. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to let it sit. Right now I'm getting 0.08 per day. So about a quarter of one, doob right now. For doubloon, I assume that must be what it's for. So I'm getting about a quarter a day. So, I've just, like I said, every 4 days I get one. It's, I'm just letting it run, whatever at this point. And if they ever do the, fees, then maybe I'll claim it and swap it at that point. But right now it's just not really even worth it. And like I said, if I pull it out of the project, it doesn't help the project at all. So what's the real point? Let's take a look at one of these that's actually been a real winner. And I want to do a video on it, and I haven't done a video on it yet. I know you all are missing me, so I'm going to come back. And that's Valfi. And Valfi has been doing really well. I'll tell you, they modeled their project after Horde, and if you know Horde has been staying at about $100. I think it went to about 110. They were doing some changes, and there was a lot of hype, and it went up to about 110, and it stayed there for just a little bit, but then it came back down. I think it even went down to about 95. It was around 95 for a while. But then it went back to its original about $100, 99, 98, 100, 101, but right in that range. And it's been staying there, and it's been doing really well. It has a time limit on it, so it will eventually, your plot will decay, and then that'll be over. But during the meantime, you can earn. Same thing here. They have been doing really well. Now, my only regret is not getting more of this when the time that I did it. But yeah, here it is right here. So we're going to go ahead and claim today. I do need to pay my fee in 9 days. It is, I think it's $30 a month. But let's check them out right here, and we'll look at their price. And as you can see, they have been pretty steady around $42. It's gone up to around 44. It's gone down to 42. Just at base, but right now it's about $42.50, and it's been sticking right between the $42 and $43 mark, and that's where it's lived. Not much more to say about it but that. Now, the cool thing with Valfi is that if you bought the legendary, first off, you could have gotten the legendary, and if you did that, then you were able to get in with the pre-sale. And that's the only reason that I'm really disappointed that I didn't stay in longer with this or buy in more. And I did at one point, and that was a real shame because I got cold feet and I sold one of them, and yeah, I should have. I had 2 keys and 2 boxes. So how it works is that you get a key, which is the key right here, and they have I think 3 or 4 different ones. You have the legendary, which is 12. You have one that's I think a 10, an 8, and a 6, I think, and that's how many boxes you can put in it. So I could put up to 12 boxes in this key. If I had 13, I would need to have another key, and then I can put one more in that one and then build that one up. So you can do that, and that's kind of cool. But when they came out to buy the boxes, so the key I bought because they had their marketplace open, and I bought 2 of them, and it was pre-launch. So because I bought those 2, and I bought those at a reasonable price. As a matter of fact, I've got one of those here. We could take a look at that, Valfi. And here it is right here. So you can see it kind of broken down. Here's what I got originally. I bought 2 keys, and they were about 4 AVAX at the time, and it cost me $192. Now I sold one of those, and I got back about 105 because AVAX was a little bit more. So I actually made a little money on that. Now, yield boxes pre-sale. If you had a legendary, you were able to buy your yield boxes pre-sale at $250, and I bought 2 of them. Now, there was going to be a delay in the launch because I think they were going through their vetting process, and they were saying, hey, look, we want to make sure everything is done. We're 100%. They were doing some other stuff with the project. They said, we're going to postpone it for a little bit longer. They even had a vote on it, or whether they wanted to just straight up launch. Well, the vote went through, and everybody decided to go ahead and just postpone. And they did. During that period, though, they said, well, because we're postponing, if you want, you can sell back your yield boxes that you had bought pre-sale if you want, because they're not launching when they were supposed to. And I thought that was a real, an honest thing to do. And I wish they didn't, because I sold one of mine back because I was a little nervous. I had $250 in it. I had $500 total. Plus I had already been in for $200 to buy these 2. And then I was in for $500. So I was in for about $700. And I was like, you know what? I don't know about this project. They're going to try to follow the horde. Is it really going to work? So many other projects were just so wonky. I was involved with Thor, which was just, that dumpster fire. I won't even get into Thor. It's what a shithole that was, and still is. I think Thor is down at like 60 cents now. But Valfi was doing, their buyback if you wanted to, and I sold one back. So, hey, you know what? Cold feet, I was just getting into these projects, and Thor had already burnt my ass. So I was like, man, I really don't want to get into this for around $700, and let's just start off, slow and see where it goes. Well, as you saw with the price, they've been stable since they started. I mean, this is full zoom out. This is all the way across from where they started to where they are today. And as you can see, it is been doing really well. So let's find that one again. So anyway, I sold one of these back, and I got that money back. I was into the pre-sale for $250. So if I take the 105 away from the 192 and I add that $250 to that, I'm in for $337.58. So if I take that $337.58, and this is what I've been withdrawing. So right now, if we go ahead and let's do that. So here's another cool thing they just added is the compound feature. So if you let this go long enough, you can just compound into another yield box. Now, if you go to yield boxes and you want to buy it, what you need is 5 Valfi, and you need 5 Valfi in USDC. So you really need 10 Valfi total. And at $42, that means you need $420. So around $420 to, is that right? Yeah, so 10 total. So 420, so 430-ish dollars to do this. You would need $430 to buy another one. So $432, and considering I'm getting one of these, I'm getting 0.1. So every 10 days, I'm getting one Valfi. And by that number, if I was to do that, if I got one Val every 10 days and I need 10 total, I would need 10 times that. So every 10 days would be 100 days. So about 3 months. So if I just let this go for about 3 months, I could just simply compound and do that. And I've debated on doing it. I just claimed a little while ago, and as you can see, if I'm getting 0.1 per day, it's been about 15 days that I haven't claimed. I don't know. What am I, about 25% of the way? Because what did I say, 4? So you need 10? No, so I'm only about 15% of the way. Anyway, I don't know if I should just let this roll. But right now, I'm looking to ROI on this thing. I'm looking just to get my money back. And then if at that point I want to let it run, I'll let it run. And I'm really close to getting my money back on this. So let's go ahead. So right here, we got 1.51. So if we go here and we go down, oops. What did I have on there? Now I'm messing it up. There we go. So that's what we got. And if we look at that as USDC, let's bring over our calculator and Valfi. So we got 1.51 times, and let's look at that price right here. So at 42.71. So 64.49. So about 65, about $64.50. So if we go ahead and want to put that right in there. Come on. So we've earned, so that would be here, how much we're going to get for that. Now, we'll be honest, it's not exactly what I'm going to get because I have been taking these numbers after I've swapped them for USDC. So there is some gas fees in there, but since it's on the Avalanche chain, it's really not much. It's a couple cents, maybe 50 cents or something like this total. So it's not really a big deal. But 64. So if we look here, this is what I started with, and as I've been progressing, we'll just go in here and go this. So it will be this plus this equals that. So we are actually now positive $50, but I have paid 2 months worth of fees, and we are going to go ahead and put that other one in as well. So I'll be in for $90 here. So really, if you break that back down, I'm still negative about $40. Still negative about 40. But the cool thing is that, if I get paid out even one Valfi in 10 days, that'll be before that next fee is due. Excuse me. And I would have broken even at that point. So if I'm into it still for about $40 under, and Valfi stays at 42, I'll actually be positive $2 in 10 days. I'll be up $2 profit. So, not bad, really at all. And then that same month, I'll still have to pay another fee, but I'll also get 2 more payouts of $42. One of them will be the $30, and the other one, 42, will be even more of the profit. So it'll be 42, 52, 54. So 54 plus the 2 here, for around $56. So at the end of next month, I'll be positive about $56. So I may not even claim the next one, and I may start to look for that compounding. Now, the cool thing also, I'm just going to mention it about Valfi, is that if you do have the legendary key, rather than one of the standard keys, what you do is that you actually get other benefits. First off, it's your monthly fee, I believe, is less than typical fees would be. You also get bonuses from, they have, what do they have? They have the coin flip. I think they have the lottery thing. What else they have? Let's go ahead and just cross over. No, it's not that one. Where's the other one? Valfi, it's that one. And then I've got two more to show you after this one. My Vaporfy, and then of course we'll, take a moment to laugh at me as we look at Thor. But, so these are the marketplaces right now. So they're selling for about 8 for these NFTs right now. These are, we can just bring it up on this one. Takes a minute for them to load. They're all animated. But to get a key like this, oh, there it is. Okay. So it's about 8 to buy one. So, you need to have one of these to begin with. But like I said, if you have one of these, you do get some bonuses because of this, because you do get for the, I believe, any profits from the raffle and the Val flip. You also, I don't know if you get from staking or not, if you get the I think you do actually. There's a couple different ones that you get bonuses for by having the legendary key over the regular ones. So in my opinion, it's worth it to get one of these instead, only because you do get bonuses towards it. And when I got mine, I got it for pretty cheap. Now they're selling for, reasonable. What did I say I got mine for? At 4 AVAX at the time. And right now they're going for 8. So, double the price of what I started from. And like I said, I did sell one. I wish I had held it a little bit longer. I probably could have sold it. I sold it for, I forget what I sold it for. 105. I should have put how much and when I sold it. I forget what it was for. But nonetheless, I did make a little bit back on it when I did it. So anyway, so this one's actually not doing that bad. And this one is one that, of course, you got to do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. The ones I showed you a couple minutes ago, I would not invest in. I obviously would not invest in this. This I would definitely not invest in. This one, if you want to invest in, you can definitely lose money at this one. So if you want to go, reverse and negative, then this may be the one for you. If you really like tossing money out the window. This one was fun because it had the ships and all of this stuff. I thought that Horde had it good where you can, on your plot, you can buy the different NFT sceneries, and that would have been cool if they did something more with this where, you would have maybe some docks and your boats would be lined up and it would look cooler and something like that to try to help stimulate, different landscapes that they would sell that people could buy, things like that. That would be kind of cool, but they didn't really do much more. The boats were fun. It was kind of cool. Unfortunately, it didn't really take off as well. These do shipwreck eventually, date created, and you can say last claim was in May, so it's been a little while. So, it just depends on, these shipwreck after a while, and I forget, like I said, I forget exactly how long it lasts. It's about a year. Same thing with Valfi, it's about a year. Similar to Horde, which is about a year. It's all about the same with these, and, that way you just don't have an endless supply of money always coming in. There is a point where you are shipwrecked, and then, and same thing with Valfi. This will expire. I will put a link in the description below if you do want to look at this one. There's no referral for any of these. So again, at your own risk. I've always, backed off from Horde because I'm always thinking, is Horde going to hold on? My God, it's been going for a good while now. Shouldn't it just have, crapped out by now, and it hasn't. It's just continued to go. So yeah. So let's go ahead and claim this real quick. What is this? Yeah, I'm not going to donate right now because I want an ROI, and maybe I will donate down the road, or maybe I'll try to compound and do that. 0.0076 for AVAX fee. So that was about 12 cents to do that. There it goes through. Alpha, here we are. Okay, so we are at 0 again. So we got it. Let's go ahead and check our wallet. And we can see Val right there. So so let's go ahead and just take care of some business here while we're here and pay that fee. So we will go to Trader Joe. And we will connect our wallet. Let's trade. That may take just a moment to connect up. Oh, there it is. I already found it. Did it go? No. I thought it was just there. Let me go over here. And we need to get the contract address for this one, or the wallet address. So let's go here. And let's take that. Go back here. And there we are. So we'll go max. We'll go USDC. So let's swap that. Confirm it. Let's let that run out. I don't think I have any USDC in here right now. I got 47 cents. So let's see, that one should pop. Boop, 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 boop. And then what we'll do is when we have it as USDC, then we will, and there it is. So 58.17. So let's actually put that in here. See, so we did lose a little bit. So I'm going to put it in there. 58.17. So that's actually what we got. Now that's how I've been putting it in there after gas fees and swapping it and all that. That way it's more realistic. Obviously it wasn't that much difference, but trying to keep this as close as I can. So now that we have that in there, we can go back here and we can pay our fee. So you can pay 180 days. I've paid twice already. So, but oh yeah, I'm sorry. So it's 30 days is $10. What did I have on there? Geez, did I have ROI already? Yeah, I put 30. It's actually 10. Yeah, and that's what it was. That was the other thing, was your fees are less. So you only pay $10, whereas some of the other ones I think are 15 or more for the fees, and you get discounted fees. I don't know why I was putting $30 in there. It's 30 days you're getting. So, you know, I think that, you know, I was doing it, you know, little by little at like, you know, just every 30 days paying it, because in case the project completely tanked. But I'll tell you what, at this point, I am not seeing that it's going to do that. And I got the money in there right now to do it. So let's just go ahead and, well, for argument's sake, when I do this every month, I'm just going to do that. Blah, 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 blah. So we'll go ahead and just pay that with some of the earnings and confirm it. like I said, then I got Valfi, which is actually doing really well. If you haven't gotten into Valfi back when it started, it went down pretty hard, and it was down. But it's actually been doing pretty reasonably lately. And I gotta be honest, there we go. We are successful. I just haven't had the time to look into it and find out more. All right, so there we are. So now we have 39 days, and we've already started earning rewards already. So we're good here. So yeah, so Valfi, actually, you know what? With the negative 10, $30, we are actually profitable right now. For $30 would make us about $14.17 profitable. So yeah, so there you go. So we are profitable now. So I can actually probably change those, and let's put like a green, huh? And I'll do some math in here. I'll do these cells. I'll do that. I'll have something where these are all added up at one spot, and then automatically subtracted or added onto this, so that this is calculated properly for a final number. But nonetheless, you get the idea that yeah, I'm actually profitable with it right now. So I don't know why I was thinking it was $30. It's $10 for 30 days. And again, that's that whole legendary key thing. So that was kind of cool with that. And then I'll be honest, with even this, with Trader Joe, for a while I was going into staking, and I was just putting the money that I was making from it in Joe and getting 4% APR for 30-day APR, and getting 4% on it. But it really wasn't doing that well. So I actually started saving it up, and when I had enough money, like if I just kept all the money from that night, that $60, I was throwing it in here, and in here I just have this one that I'm fooling around with right here. I'm only into it for like $200, right? Does it tell me? Yeah, $210 almost. And every time I was claiming, I was just, pay my fee and then throwing the rest of the money in here for a little bit. I was throwing a couple bucks in here. And if I had, maybe after my next claim, because I really don't have much. What do I really have left in that USDC? Yeah, I got almost $50. So I might throw that other $50 in here. So I'm not going to go through all of that right now, but I need to get the liquidity pair tokens. So I need to buy from each of these. So I'll need to go over to trade and swap, BUSD and AVAX and do an equal amount, and then put that in there. And then I'll put that $60 into this. And that's all I've been doing with the profits from it. I haven't been pocketing it or anything. I've just been throwing it into something else and just kind of letting it roll. I mean, at this point, it is all profit now. I have gotten my money back. I have taken, obviously, some of that money that I've been getting. So that's been kind of cool. Anyway, there those are. And I also have here. Let's look at this one. So here's the helium miner. Since I've moved it, I do have it in which window? It's in the north window. And in the north window, it is seeing a witness to my west. And I haven't witnessed him in the last couple days, but every week I see him a couple times. Not every day, I don't have that. But overall, this month I made $3.74 this month. So, considering the device costs about 10 cents a month to run, I made about $3.64. So, cash money, y'all. All right, so let's get down to the last two and bring them up. So, Vapor nodes. Now, Vapor, I was getting like 60 cents a day. It was terrible. This one is my first wallet. I did start two of these, and I think I bought in for 1,000 on each one, for a total of 5,000 VPND for each one of these nodes or these endpoints. And I have them in here. Then I would just compound. And this one, I have never pulled out any money. You can see last claim. I started this 231 days ago, and I haven't claimed since. That's why it says 231, because I've never claimed off of it. And I've just compounded. Right now, my rewards are 1,000 on each. So I can go ahead and just go, I'll just compound these just to show you what it looks like. This was a lot higher. I was getting 20% compound bonus. But once you cross over certain thresholds, where is the documents and how it works? Rewards. Yeah, so here they are. So at first, if you don't claim for a certain amount of days, you start getting the diamond hand bonuses. Now, of course, I'm getting this one because I never claimed. So after 40 days, I got this instantly. And then these are what bonuses you get when you compound. And, or is this the, yeah, oh, no, this is, I'm sorry, this is the, nodes up to 50,000, and then once you get above 50,000, then you go down. Then you get this, and then you only get the tier 1 after that. So right now, until I hit 50,000, and obviously I'm at 81,000. I don't know, that's 50,000 per. So it says I'm 3.1. Yeah, I don't know if that's per or if that's all of them combined, so I'm not exactly sure, but nonetheless. And then here it is here, so you get 20% up to 5,000 or 4,999, then up to 10,000, and then when you cross over 10,000, you go down to 5%, and then when you're over 20,000, you don't get any compound bonus, and that's their whole thing of for the whales, so they don't get extra stuff. And then the compound tax also. So it does go up, the tax when you're compounding. Right now I am still in here, so I went up from 5 to 7%, so not a big deal. But that's them, so we can go ahead. So right now 378, and we can compound. I usually wait till they have quite a bit more. I really don't compound every day or something. So 378 is what we got right now. If we take a look at that, oh, that's Thor. Let's go over here and take a look at Vapor. You can see 310%. And I have not done the research to find out what has changed and what they're doing that's made it so insane. But as you can see, it's just shot straight up. So when it was down here, 378, so now I'm getting 403 a day. 378 was more like 78, 0.78, 0.65. I was getting like 65 cents, 75 cents a day. All of a sudden I was getting like $3 a day, and then I was getting like $3.50 a day. And as you can see, we just compounded those in there, and we're getting $4 a day. Now I do have this on 2 separate wallets because, the idea was that I didn't want to compound too fast because I wanted to start with 1,000 on each and work its way up and get that full 20% bonus. And that was the whole idea. And then when I was getting close to the point where my compound was going to go above 5,000, and I was going to cross over to the 5,000 mark and go down to 10%, I waited. When I compounded up to like 4,990. I mean, I was just below it. And then I knew that the next time I compounded, I'd move to the next bracket, but I was still going to get my 20%. So instead of, waiting and getting like 1,000 in each node right here for your rewards, like having 1,000, I waited till I had like 5,000 in each. So I would get 20% on the 5,000. So I waited until I had a real big amount, and then I compounded over, and then again and again until I ended up at the 5. So anyway, so 416, let's go ahead and check out the other one. And I did the same exact thing here. Now this one I started after the fact. So you can see I have 67,000 in this one, and I had 80,000 something or 80 whatever thousand in the other one. So, but we can go ahead and compound this one just because I got you all here. So I'm just going to do it. But like I said, typically I would let this run for a good while. Like it only had about 1,000 and the other one had about 1,000 in this one. I used to let it run for, 2,000-3,000. At this point with the 5%, there's no real, desire to wait any particular amount of time. So we're at 323 here. And let's see. So 344, it went up just a little bit. Like I said, this one has considerably less, 71.7, and the other one is 86. So about what, 71, so 15,000 more that I had been running this one. And then I started the other one. So you can see 231 on this one. They've been rambling on long enough, right? Yeah, probably. So let's get over to the last one, and then 212 on that one. So 212, what is that, 11, 19 days. So about 19 days after I started this one, I started the other one. That's why they're not exactly equal. But yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at Thor, and here it is. So don't look at me. My buddy wanted the Odin, and to be honest, the price is doing so crappy and it's just so bad right now that I've just been letting all of my rewards go into my friends, and he's been just compounding the Odin. I keep saying I'm going to cut him off and he's just going to be on his own, and I think at 7 right now, I think it's time that he is on his own, and I'm not going to be giving him my rewards to do that with. So yeah, I think that's probably about his cutoff right now. I was trying to be a good guy and let him catch up to a couple of them. But now he's got 7 and he's crushing what I have, which was shit to begin with, and it's shit now. So let's take a look at those nodes. As you can see, the days to pay those. I think this one for 18 days, he's got to get that one soon. 14 days, so that one, he's got 2 weeks. Yeah, the rest of them are mine, are paid up for another month. But you can see 59 cents for Thor, and I think, is that an all-time low? I think we might have hit a new all-time low. Thor, did we? Congratulations, Thor. Another milestone. Ooh, 11 hours ago, you hit your all-time low at 55.64. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple hours ago, guys. Just 11 hours ago. I missed it. There must have been a big celebration on Discord for these effing people. What a bunch of jokes. Yeah, 59 cents from, what it was when I got into it at 200 and something bucks, what a disappointing project. Just what a disappointing project. That's all I could say. If we go to the calculator, I still have my 10, and let's actually put in the price for that at 59 whopping cents. There we go. So I've got 10 of these, so I'm getting $25 a month. And then you got to take out the fees and all that, and you're really just getting shit on. Sorry. This project always just... All right, this one, what do you have? He has 7? Look at you little dog. That's it for you. I'm not giving you my claim anymore. What mine was only giving him 1.4 a day for him. So not like he's going to be missing much now. When he has 7, he's getting 7.14 per day. So he's on his way to getting several Odins. And you know what? Good for him. I hope, I keep telling him to claim, and he wants to compound because, he's like, hey, like you said, in for a penny, in for a pound, what the hell's the difference at this point? And I tell you what, though, with 7, if you're making about $200 a month, maybe you think to pull out 1 month and the next month put it all in, and then pull out 1 month and go back and forth, because it's getting to be some reasonable money, even at this price. Could you imagine if this went back up to $5? $5, and he's got 7. Oh, that didn't work. Did that work? Is this not... Do I not have this cell set up straight? Right, let's see. Per month, 7. I don't have this one set up right. There's something wrong with this whole column here. No, that's how much Thor per month. This is the monthly income. I'm looking how much Thor. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty good. $200. That's how much any Thor per month you get. which is trash. So let's look at 59. There we go. So here we are, and 7. So he's getting $126 a month. Excuse me, not 214. That would have been too good to be true. This is more like it, $126. But let's see if that went up to $5. $126 would be $1,000, almost $1,100 if that thing actually went back up. So I guess it's the hope springs eternal, that maybe in the future he's going to that Thor is somehow going to do something besides crap themselves every day, and then rub themselves in it and then joke how they're all doing so well. And they are doing well. Thor is doing well. All the developers and Loki and all these tards, they're all getting their whatever ridiculous amount of money a month that they're making for salary. Don't worry about them. They're fine. They're good. It's everybody else that's invested in this that's taking a bath. So let's get that back down. We don't want to confuse ourselves here. But yeah, 7 right now, so $126 a month, which is still, look, it's $126 a month. I forget when we bought into this to start off with. I guess I can look over on that. You know what? I really could care less. It's not even worth your time or my time. I'm not going to waste any more time. Y'all, what's today? Today's the 22nd of October. I shut down on the 19th. I got 30 days, y'all, and I'm into it for what, 3 days now? 27 more days to prove a point about this damn electric bill. I swear I am just so not excited. I'm just going to be polite and say I'm not excited about this because it's something that I've grown to love to do. And it's a shame that I had to shut down to prove a point about what the household electricity really is, because we're not using the AC right now. We really haven't turned the heat on. So this month will actually be showing us what we're spending in electric as a family without AC or heat running and without any miners running, and just what we use. So this is actually kind of a good thing. It'll kind of set a baseline. Then we can do a calculation on how much air conditioning units cost to run, because there's tons of those calculators out there, even though I've shown the math before and nobody believes me. But nonetheless, I think just having this month off is going to really set the tone for moving forward. And I think it's going to be a good thing for me because, I pay the bill every month, and I really just, I may grumble a little bit, but I still just pay it, and I don't give my wife too much grief about it. But I'll tell you what, when I'm paying $650 and I've got, only 2 rigs running and nothing else, I know that's not my electric. I know that's not mine. So this is something that has to be done. Anyway, I'm rambling now. It's Saturday night. I'm bored. I'm going to play some Subnautica. Maybe I'll record a little bit. I've gotten pretty far. It's been kind of fun. I know it's an older game, but it's still kind of fun. So anyway, y'all, I hope your Saturday night's a little more exciting than mine. I hope you're making a little bit more money than I am. Mining right now is still not doing that well. We take a look at my, let's say my 3060 Ti rig and take a peek at what's out there. We've seen the landscape has changed a little bit. Grin, back up there. Let's look at the 3060 rig that isn't running. And yell if you see it before I do. There it is. No, there. Ravencoin right now, the Oxa. So this is one of those situations where I might be over on, on Zergpool, because Zergpool you can do that switching where it'll mine whichever one is more profitable. So and then get paid out whatever you want. So anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how much money I'm losing in these other ridiculous projects. So anyway, Saturday night again. I hope you're out having a good time. And if you're not and you're just chilling, I'm going to throw this video up right now so you can be, sharing a little boredom with me. Because I have, God, it's so quiet in here. It's so quiet without those fans running and all that, even at night. It's just, it's I don't want to say it's eerie, but it's definitely I feel like, what's wrong? Is something not running? I have to go check on something, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm in GPU, I'm in mining jail right now. So thumbs up, guys. Give me some thumbs up for all the money I'm losing. As I tell you, it's something. But hey, I'm here, you're here, and you know me. I'm driving the bus, and we're going till the wheels fall off. And I'll tell you what, Spooky Miner, it looks like one of those wheels just fell off, because at the profit for that one, actually losing money. But Vaporfy is actually doing really well. Like I said, this was good. Like I got up to like $1.06 one time with compounding, and I was like, I broke $1, and I was all excited, and now I'm up $4, and that's just on that one. So 416 and 345, so 761 a day on Vaporfy. Never thought I'd see the day, and the price is still actually pretty low. So thanks for checking in, y'all. I appreciate it. If you want to watch any of my other videos, I'm going to throw one up over there. I don't know which one I'm going to throw. Did I say one earlier which one I was going to throw up over there? I forget which one I said I was going to put up over there. But I'm going to put one up over there. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know which one I'm going to. Maybe I'll put, I'm going to put the one for the pirate mining one here. Pirate nodes. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that one up there so you can see me when I minted that chest. That was kind of fun. It was super exciting. So I'm gonna throw that one up there if you want to watch something that was kind of funny to do. And of course, you want to subscribe to the channel, hit it right over there. Appreciate y'all checking in. Definitely throw me those thumbs up. You know I love those. They really help the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for checking in again. Hey guys, I forgot one more thing really quick, and you probably already turned the video off, but right here, I just go ahead and make sure I always disconnect from any wallets, anything I'm connected to. I always forget to say it's the end of my videos when I show you any of these, but I always go through and I make sure I disconnect like that, and then go up top and lock it, and that's it. And then this one, because I have the 2 wallets in here for account 2, I have to come into there and connected sites and disconnect it, and then hop over to 1. And disconnect, and then lock it also. So anyway, there you go. Oh, I was looking at some numbers. Anyway, check y'all. Thanks for checking in. Bye.